YouTube fam, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Primo, man, on the Run Trucking TV. Like, comment, subscribe, smash the notification bell, please, for your boy if you're feeling the content. This video here, you know, I know a lot of truck drivers get affected by this, and it's sleepiness, while you're driving. These loads, these people, you know how it go, man. These people want them loads there at a certain time. The brokers are promising these shippers and receivers and customers loads by a certain time, regardless. Because you got to realize, as a truck driver, most of us, for the most part, we trying to do multiple loads a day. So you got to realize that these brokers don't give a damn, and they're not. I ain't never had a book the load, and a broker asked me, "Hey man, how long have you been on the road? Because we would like to get this load here by this time, but I know you're gonna need your rest and all that. Your hours of service and all of that. They don't give a fuck about nothing. I ain't never had none of them ask me that. Y'all get in the comments and let me know, if you've had a broker like that. But at the end of the day, we trying to do multiple loads a day, so. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to book a second load, but you've already been running all day, you're just trying to secure something to keep the ball rolling. A lot of times you might have to drive and do shit that you're not really necessarily comfortable doing because of how sleepy you are. But I got this video I want to share with y'all.
Issues relating to rest area safety, bus occupant protection, and potential driver fatigue and medical fitness.
For the last month, our I-team has been investigating issues that federal officials say may have contributed to the recent deadly Greyhound bus crash in Highland, Illinois.
Tonight, our Paula Vassan takes an in-depth look at how driver fatigue is impacting the trucking industry in a big way.
How big of a problem is lack of sleep for bus and truck drivers?
It's very dangerous. They need to be able to pull over and take another nap if they have to.
But truck driver Kevin Collette says that's not always possible.
The drivers need to have more input into what they will and won't do.
It's why he paid $40,000 for his own truck to operate his own business.
That's why I have my own authority.
He tells our I-team he would not work for a bus or truck company. He believes they too often push drivers to exhaustion, even though federal regulations say commercial drivers can't drive more than up to 11 hours after 10 hours off. But Collette says the rules are not always followed, and companies often face violations for what are called hours of service, or how long a driver can be on the road before getting time to rest. A new report from an industry inspection association shows it's a top driver violation. Collette tells us it's because companies are pushed to maximize profit, with middlemen making promises that are hard to keep.
But they're the ones pressuring. You make a promise to the customer, hey, I'll move that for $1,000 and I'll get it down there in 4 hours. But the driver hasn't slept.
I was just saying that.
And then sleep becomes harder.
When you get all hopped up on caffeine and 5-hour energy
and that cocaine,
you don't sleep.
Attorney Ryan Zell says it's putting everyone on the road in danger. He represents people who've been injured by bus and truck drivers.
They're not breathing properly in the middle of the night.
That boy on that powder.
Obstructive sleep apnea. It's a serious sleep disorder that happens when breathing starts and stops throughout the night, leading to lack of sleep. Research by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration shows about 1 in 3 commercial drivers have the condition.
So they're sleep deprived.
For other reasons, too. Drivers tell us scarce parking only adds to sleepiness behind the wheel. We discovered many drivers are forced to park illegally to get rest. Have you ever fallen asleep at the wheel by accident?
I've been to that point where I was looking for somewhere to park and there was nowhere. I could feel the fatigue set.
That boy full of shit, y'all. I know y'all seen it. He was very careful on how he answered that question. Y'all know what time it is.
Knew I needed to get somewhere safe and parked, and I blinked my eyes, and I woke up, and I was probably 100 feet down the road. And
she asked the man a yes or no question, y'all, by the way.
It's scary.
Would you say lack of parking is impacting how rested drivers can be?
Yeah, it can be, because I'm going to keep going further out until I find somewhere with adequate parking.
The roughly dozen drivers we interviewed on and off camera as part of this investigation tell us lack of parking spots and driver fatigue have gotten worse over the years.
See, now I got more questions. So now that Greyhound with the that Greyhound and tractor trailer accident when the flatbed, I think it was parked off to the side of the highway and the bus hit it. So now, was it the driver was fatigued, or was it because the truck was illegally parked? Which one was it now? Because now it's like you're hearing mixed stories now. Before they said that the truck was illegally parked, is what I heard, and they didn't see it. It was like, illegally parked on the road. How you don't see a big ass semi truck parked on the side of the road beats the hell out of me. But this is what I heard. This shit crazy, man. And I could understand. I could understand, man, because I've taken loads like that, and I've had to tell bro. Even with Amazon, I've done Amazon loads, man. I've done an Amazon load, and I think I've told this story before. I had a load, I dropped it off, and where I was dropping it off, they had another pickup coming out of there, going somewhere else. So I stayed around the facility for about an hour, picked that load up, and I shot over to Okeechobee, Florida, from Fort Myers. Mind you, I was living down south in Fort Lauderdale at the time. I went to the post office. I'm sitting there. I sat there for 2 hours. Nobody showed up. I'm calling the number. The gate was locked. Would y'all believe that Amazon wanted me to drive back to Fort Myers, drop off and it was like 4 skids. It was very small. They wanted me to drive back there, which is even Fort Myers is even farther from me than Okeechobee, because it's like a little north but west. It would have took me forever to get back. It would have took me about 5-6 hours to get home, because I live like 2.5 hours away from Fort Myers down south. That shit. And like I told you, not once did they say, well, how many more hours do you have left to drive? Are you able to do this? I've been working all day, mind you. So that's how I know what they're saying is the truth, because this didn't happen to me a couple of times, that with Amazon, and a few times with brokers. So I told the lady, I said, look, man, I've been driving all day. I don't have no more time on my clock, man. I'm going home. I'm already over my hours now driving home, but I was tired as hell. So I'm sitting here like, for me to drive back to Fort Myers, ain't no way I would have had to made it home. I would have had to get a hotel. I wouldn't have made it home. You think they was going to compensate me for a hotel or even put that off in the conversation? So we need to, I agree with what the dudes say. Drivers need to have more input on what's going on, because at the end of the day, we the ones taking it. And you don't want to risk your freedom and risk your life for some money, because that shit going to be there tomorrow. You got to make, at the end of the day, the goal is to make it home safe every night, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think, and if y'all think driving fatigued is a major issue in the trucking industry. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.